I challenge you to Makara!
Your petty magics are no challenge!
All right.
That'll be fun.
Well, let's get into our weekly challenge in terms of like recap of last week and then into this week's. Sheep, do you mind doing the honors there?
Yeah, absolutely. So our buddy Brian was our independent evaluator here. And Brian said, drum roll please, that Ben Hearthstone has won this one. So Brian liked Ben's list the most, and then decided between either Nate or me for honorable mention in that one. We'll get to that. That was just part of his breakdown.
I do want to give a giant shout out to Brian for participating even after he was, the week after the show, and he played all of the submissions on stream yesterday, which was so cool.
Yeah, it was incredible watching him like go through and like engaging with all the different decks. Like it was really an awesome experience too.
Yeah, 100%.
So some of the notable inclusions in Ben's list are like the Farwatch Post, of course the Star Scryer, Book of Specters, Wildfire combo, but he also includes one other spell, Potion of Illusion. So you can Potion of Illusion either Koldara Drake or Mordresh and just keep on pinging.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Emperor Tharasan enables you to do some pretty broken things in there. So he included that and an Aluneth as well.
Spicy. So. Wow. Okay.
Wow. That's cool.
I like that because this is different than kind of like the collective brain trust put together. I like the take on it. How fun. Okay. The Potion of Illusion on a Mordresh sounds awesome.
It really does. So Ben also gave a few kind of tips, pointers, breakdowns of some of the inclusions. So of course, very few spells. So Star Scryer likely draws Wildfires. Ice Walker can lock out Demon Hunter or weapon classes. Spirit of the Dragonhawk decimates token decks. Reckless Apprentice can freeze entire board and opponent's face if Ice Walker is on board.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Okay.
Which is incredible. If Koldara sticks a turn, you pretty much are winning that game. Emperor Tharasan can enable early Mordresh or allow a Potion of Illusion on Koldara Drake. Look to play draw and play Wildfires ASAP. And then Frost Giants get low cost quick. Each extra ping from Dragonhawk or Reckless Apprentice counts towards the cost reduction.
Oh.
So it gets real cheap real quick.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I like that.
Yeah,
if you're
really
looking for a fun deck to use that new Onyxia, whatever, hero portrait, there you go. Nice.
Absolutely. So, Brian did also decide who the runner-up was, and it was between Nate and me. And Nate, I'm sorry to break it to you.
It was not me.
It was not you. It was close though, because we had so much of the same core build. Which we collaborated. It makes sense. Mine just had a little fewer tech cards. It was a little bit more towards my game plan rather than disrupting theirs. Kind of the breakdown that Brian gave us. So thank you very much to Brian for continuing to gauge on that. And thank you to everyone who submitted lists, because this was a really fun challenge. Like, this is one of the most fun that I've had engaging with those in a while.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, 100%.
So that brings us to this week's challenge. And I'm going to kick it over to Nate for this one, because I think he'll be able to read some of the cards a little better than I can.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of a different challenge as well. Something that we had talked about a little bit earlier in the show, and Labore, I got the idea from him posting earlier in this week. So looking at this is all sort of a theoretical challenge this week. So looking at the new card that was just revealed on this past, well, I guess it was Thursday's reveal stream. Looking at the legendary Warlock spell, the Demon Seed, this one that we were talking about earlier in the show, where you deal a bunch of damage to yourself, you end up with the legendary minion Blightborn Tamsin that says Battlecry, for the rest of the game, damage you take on your turn damages your opponent instead. So the challenge for this week is to send us the best combo idea you have with the new Demon Seed Warlock Quest, in terms of like, how can you break the game? How can you break this card? What is the best? It doesn't necessarily need to be an OTK, but what what is your game plan to turn this card into a viable deck? Am I explaining that well? It's a little bit funky. But I want to get everyone together and break the game with this card. So.
And if you come up with the best idea to break this card, you get some packs.
That's right. You can crack some packs. So,
so unlike last week, you don't have to submit the whole deck. You don't have to theory craft a whole deck. You just have to submit, hey, here's what my game plan is and how I want to utilize and both go through the side quests, the quest line itself, and then take advantage of the reward at the end.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The other piece is like you can submit as many ideas as you want, but once somebody submits an idea, like you can't submit the same idea. It's done. So it's a little bit different. I think last week we kind of built on each other's decks a little bit, and towards the end we had a lot of decks that were really similar with a couple of notable inclusions. This is going to be different. Like somebody submits the idea, okay, that one's done. Pick something else. So, we'll see. Labore had some spicy ideas, just saying. Hey, you're welcome to submit them, by the way. So, we'll see. So the question about how you can submit these, the best way is to be a member of our Discord. We do have a channel in the Discord called Challenge Submissions, or Weekly Challenges, I believe. And that is the channel to post these in. That's where we'll be looking for them. And it's just got to be done in time for next week's show, so that we can decide and get our winner selected before next week's show. So you've got about a week. A little bit different. I usually say, post your screenshots, post your replays and such, and that really isn't the case this time around. If you want to submit, you have to submit your kind of game plan. If you want to submit copies of cards or graphics or something, you're welcome to do that. I'm sure that would help as well.
More to be wild.